Hello, Mr. Gomedi.
Hello, Edith.
Nice to have you on our session here
Great
at
to be here.
at the South African Oracle User Group.
Yes,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
Your talk this morning was very insightful, and I was like, I can't wait to have a conversation with you after this.
Thank
So,
you.
talk us through briefly on why you are here at this community event.
I think this is a very important community for us as Oracle,
Right.
where customers hearing from other customers, and we have a lot of global speakers, so sharing intercontinental experience and really supporting this event, as we strive to make it available continent-wide.
Right.
You would have seen, not only are we talking about SA Oracle User Group, the ambition is around African Oracle User Group.
Amazing, amazing. And with my previous guests, I was really highlighting about this, that communities like this, groups like this, is the one way we can humanize AI. We can humanize this technology, right? Because if we focus entirely on the tech and forget about the people using the technology,
Correct.
we are not in alignment with how things should be. So this user group is, for me, is one way to humanize AI, and I'm so happy to hear that it's not just going to be a South African user group, but more of a continental user group. That is really
Perfect.
amazing. Communities are the way to go in the future. So thank you for highlighting that. And what would be your message for the people who are still feeling a bit overwhelmed or unsure about AI in general?
So my message will be, take the first step. One step, two step, it's a step forward.
I love the marathon.
Yes.
You can break that down for us,
Correct.
but carry on.
You need to play with the technology and understand what it brings,
Right.
and what impact, measurable impact it can bring to your organization or companies, right? But you need to take that first step, as I was saying.
Right.
Unlike previous technologies, you are not going to be able to wait for the adoption curve, right? Because it moves at a rapid pace.
Absolutely.
So you have to ramp up very quickly. And but what is important is take that first step, and then get partners like Oracle to be on a journey with you.
Absolutely. You had to
Yes.
throw that one in there.
Yes.
One
of
of the
course, we have
things-
our partners as well.
Oh, right, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
One of the things that when you spoke during your talk this morning, that I really loved was the analogy around where are you in your AI journey?
Yes.
Are you a pack runner?
Yes. Correct.
So if you can break that more, and expand on it more for audience
Yes.
regarding who a pack runner is, and where they should go next, and where they should go next, and where they should go next, and I would really
Yeah.
love for you to expand on that.
So, as you have a park runner, and then you run a 5 kilometer,
Yeah.
and then you have a half marathon and ultra marathon, right? So, a park runner is someone that plays with AI, right? Just experimental, and then understanding, testing their strength and their capability in terms of what's next for them. Because no organization is the same, right? You then have to understand whether you're going to take already embedded AI, or you're going to build or train your own large language model. Right? So it also depends on the complexity and your use cases that you require. So you would find that the one who has more complex problems will probably become an ultra marathon runner, right? Because this is where they will come to Oracle and say, this is what I'm trying to solve for, this is my problem statement. I need you to train the model for me. Right? By the way, you can also go to our partners who would use our facilities to train the model for customers to be able to have these digital employees, this agentic AI that's relevant for your organization.
Right. Wow. That's really the way to go, I suppose. And the analogy of the park runner and the marathon runner, it will stay with me.
Yeah.
Because I think that people really need to take this seriously, but somehow they are still business leaders, like you mentioned earlier, waiting for the adoption curve. I think is suicidal in this age and time because of how fast the technology is moving, right? So
Yes.
I guess there is need to move from being a pack runner at some point to do big things with AI.
This is the thing. Yes.
Or you think that the people within the pack runner space will stay in that environment?
Not only is there a need, but they need to do it at speed.
Exactly.
Speed is important. Take everyone with you, but it's also
Right.
important that the board and your executives understand this journey, right? So that they support you through the investment.
Speaking of speed, corporations operate at a very slow rate. Maybe startups have a fast way of adoption and doing certain things faster. But when you think about certain big corporations, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of signatures. There's a lot of approval that has to go through. There's a lot of permission that needs to be released. And so if we are talking about speed, within an organization with so much bureaucracy and red tape and I don't know, you know what I mean? Hierarchy that needs to move from A to B to C to D. Take 6 months for approval of certain things. The world would have moved on in that 6 months. What do you have to say to organizations like that?
This is where you have to make technology part and parcel of your DNA makeup as an organization. You cannot take board decisions without technology in the forefront.
Right.
So that starts with getting your board and then your executive to be change agents.
Absolutely.
Without that support, it's a futile exercise. What is important is data, being your gold mine, needs to be mined. And then if you are not going to have data use as a competitive edge, you are going to be left out. You will not be able to share value to your shareholders, or you will not be able to improve from a service delivery perspective. So it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
Right? You just have to get on with it.
And you're so right about getting the buy-in right from the top. Because if the top buys in, then there will be less time in trying to convince them of why this tool is necessary. Because if we look at what happened just in 2025, we're almost at the end of the year, two models of GPT-4 and GPT-5 were released in the same year, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And for some organizations, they're taking so long to approve one model, while you're still at the top trying to make these decisions or saying we need 3 months or 6 months to approve. The next new model is in the market, and then you go through the cycle again to start asking for approval, going through the hierarchy and all of the systems. So what you're saying is so true. When the leadership or the board is on board. Oh, see what I did there with those words?
So what is important, Nikki, is when you are already an Oracle customer, we provide that for you.
Right.
At no extra charge. Because AI is embedded in all our technology stack.
Amazing.
Right from the apps up to the infrastructure. So do you want to go and develop something that is going to take you forever, or you want to come to the champions of AI?
Wow.
And this thing is already there.
It's there.
So it is expensive, but you have an alternative. Embrace Oracle technology, and then we will do all the work, the hard work for you.
What do you have to say to businesses that have an open mind around coming on board for these things, but they have concerns around safety, risk, their data being exposed, and all of that whole transparency thing. What do you say to them? Maybe to ease some of their fears and
So we have what we call cloud delivery framework.
right.
And then what is paramount there is technology, it's security, right? We wrap around all our technologies around security. It's paramount to offer you data protection, to offer you the security against cyber threats. So we are known for security, right? Data in Oracle is very important. We house the world's most important data in the world.
Right.
So this is what we know.
Absolutely.
If you look at some of our certification and attestations, you will see that some of the most sensitive data in the world is housed through the Oracle technology.
That's amazing. I hope that some people can listen to you and make the right decision, knowing that you have been in the game for a while. You know what you are doing, right? And speaking of being in the game for a while, I recently, a few months ago, I think it was in September, where the founder of Oracle,
Larry Ellison, yeah?
yes,
Yes.
he briefly overtook the richest man in the world, which is Elon Musk, and became the world's richest man. I'm not sure for how many days that lasted, but it happened. And I thought to myself, Oracle must be doing something right.
Well, we are the most relevant company right now.
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
So if you're not talking to us, there's a window of opportunity that you are not taking advantage of.
I agree.
Right? So what is important is you look at the people that we collaborate with. We collaborate with all the hyperscalers, right? So Oracle Database Services is now available, and it's going to be announced in other areas.
Amazing.
On Azure, on AWS, and then hopefully in GCP as well.
Amazing. Do you also work with governments?
Do we?
Do you also work with governments?
Yes.
How do you get them to come on board? Isn't that like a top sell for governments to make the transition?
I think any government that is interested in their citizens and service delivery should take this very seriously.
Of course.
Right? And then with that, they will need the right partners to guide them along. Right? We have an option where we can build a sovereign data center for the government.
For government, I was about to ask.
So it's a dedicated region that's not aligned to the internet. It doesn't touch the internet. It's dedicated for them. So from a security perspective, everything is wrapped around this one data center, and then only government can use. That type of region, right? We also have what we call cloud, Exadata Clouded Customer. This is where now those customers, especially the banks who are exposed to Prudential Authority or answerable to them, they are able to have an Oracle Cloud machine in their data center behind their firewall, right? So everything is controlled there, but what is important is they enjoy all the benefits of cloud services.
That's amazing. What I'm hearing is that this is customizable.
Correct. We meet you where you're at.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think that's really great, because so many governments are worried about espionage, of course, and losing their governmental secrets
Yes.
to another country or
Correct.
just to a bad actor. So if this can be customized to fit a particular government without exposing them, I guess Africa needs, especially the continent like Africa, needs to take this very seriously, because so many governments are still not, it's like AI is not even part of the conversation, which is quite sad.
So what is important is the African Union has taken this very seriously.
Oh,
So
that's
they've
good.
come up with a framework, which is the AI for Africa. And then with that, they've outlined certain principles that speaks to the guidance that countries should follow.
Okay.
And then but what is important in that framework is they putting the human at the center,
Right.
right? So human people development is important, as well as democratizing
Right.
the availability of technology. You would know there are many underdeveloped countries in Africa.
Yes.
So, right, how do we take those people with us?
Exactly.
How do we make sure that irrespective of the geography or the economy, you are able to have the same access
Right.
in a democratized fashion?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Gomedi. I'm still learning to pronounce your name.
That's all right.
This has been such an insightful conversation. Is there one last thing you will want to share with the audience around the work you do, around Oracle? What message do you want to close us with?
Well, I spend my days, listening to customers, understanding where they want to get to, right? And understanding their problem statements. And this is something that I'm passionate about. What I'm saying is, get in touch with us. Let us have a conversation. Let us understand where you are in the journey, whether it's a park run or whether it's an ultra marathon, and then let us assist you. And then the teams internally, we have great talent that will be able to support you throughout.
Amazing.
So take that first step.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We've come to the end of our conversation. Thank you
you.
for sharing with us so much insight.
Thank you so much.